What is going on, guys? This is Vapes to Gaming here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Black Ops 4 and how it might be able to compete with Fortnite come October when the game releases. Let's get into a game. Okay, now that we're in a game, there are going to be a couple main topics I'm going to talk about. First one would be a battle royale in Call of Duty. The second one would be Call of Duty map designs. And the third thing will be new DLC or just more content in the game in general. Let's start off with Battle Royale. There are rumors online that Call of Duty might be trying to develop some type of Battle Royale gameplay in Black Ops 4. It might happen, it might not, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. Wow, okay. Now, Black Ops 4, it's already been announced that there is no campaign. Either it was too far-fetched or it didn't get finished, whatever one. It really does not matter at this point. But now, we're going to be spending the same price for a game and be getting less content. So it makes sense if Call of Duty would want to try something new. I mean, it makes a little sense. Call of Duty isn't exactly known for changing anything. But it is possible, and that's why I want to talk about it. Now, Battle Royale games are very, very, very popular right now. Whether it started with H1 or then going off to PUBG, then Fortnite. Fortnite just went out of the water. Everyone you know has either heard of Fortnite or played the game itself before. Whether you like it or not, that it does not matter. It's popular. If Call of Duty went off and designed something like that in their game, needless to say, people are definitely going to try it out. Whether they like COD, whether they don't like COD, whether they want to change, whether you don't want to change, I guarantee if there was some type of Battle Royale in a Call of Duty game, you would try it. Now, what COD could bring to the table that makes it new and interesting, rather than, wow, that's a good place to camp, bud. Whether COD can bring something new or not to the table with some type of Battle Royale gameplay, I don't really know what they could do. Considering how bad Fortnite lags with 100 people and how badly Call of Duty lags with 12 people in one game, I don't really have a lot of high hope for it. Now, regardless if I have high hopes or not, I suppose it could definitely happen. And that would be cool, and it would definitely be something to replace the campaign feature, especially for those who played a campaign before. Now, the problem with the Call of Duty... Wow, that was a quick game. The problem with Call of Duty campaigns is that people don't play them, and the ones that do play through them one time and then never touch the feature again. So if they were to add a new feature, if it was Battle Royale or not, it would garner a lot more gameplay from people, it would make more success on YouTube, and it would get people to continuously come back and play the game. Okay, now the second topic that I wanted to discuss was Call of Duty's overall map design. Now, if you've played Fortnite, you know that they make updates very, very often. They're usually changing around the skins, they're usually changing gun balance, adding new weapons, and obviously new parts of the map. They keep it interesting, they keep it refreshing. When you log in, you don't know if something's going to change or not, I mean, unless you read like the patch notes or keep up on social media. Okay, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. No, 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 no. There we go. Now, Call of Duty is very basic. They have a couple maps at the beginning. In every DLC, they offer more multiplayer maps to try to... Wow, I didn't kill him. To try to keep it interesting towards players, right? Now, there was one thing Call of Duty World War II did that the other games have not. They actually offered less starting maps than the other Call of Duties. Now, why would you do that, you ask? I don't know. It was stupid on their part. I agree with you. Oh, hold on, I'm going off. Are they spawning back here still? And no. Okay. Well, I thought I'd get a clip for you guys. Since they offered less maps, there's less variety when you go off and you play multiplayer. Which means the maps get insanely repetitive very, very quickly. That is a problem. If you are sick of the maps, you're not going to play the game. That is a problem Call of Duty has struggled with, and why they went off and they made a smaller amount of maps at the start is beyond me. It just doesn't have reasoning for it. All Call of Duty multiplayer maps go off and have 3 main rush routes. A left, a middle, and a right. I'm not going to get him. That again makes it boring, because no matter what, you have to do one of 3 things every single time you play any of the maps. Now, again, that brings back the aspect of repetitiveness. because if you are a rusher or you know certain SMG routes compared to assault rifle routes, you're going to be doing the same thing almost every game because you know it might work for you. Now, with that, it gets insanely repetitive, and it makes people get off the game quicker. That is the exact opposite of what you want to do when you develop a game. You want people to keep playing because they're having fun. And if you add an insane amount of repetitiveness into gameplay, it suddenly gets... I missed him? Okay, there we go. So Call of Duty Black Ops 4 might have to do something a lot more dynamic in order to get people back to playing the game. Whether it's designing different types of maps, whether some are 3 rush, some are 4, adding more people into the lobbies, new game modes, any of that would help out with the Call of Duty maps in particular and help keep it up to date so people start having fun in the game and making it feel a lot less repetitive. Third thing I want to talk about is DLC. It kind of goes in with maps because you get new maps whenever DLC comes out, but you also tend to get new guns, new camos, all that type of stuff, right? But you have to pay for it, you have to wait, and if you're on Xbox, you have to wait a month longer because they have the deal with Sony. I mean, it used to be Xbox. It's fair now, considering it's on PS4, and that's my system of choice anyway. But that puts a lot of people off from your game, especially because they have to wait an entire month to play with new content. That's an extra month of repetitiveness for all Xbox players. That's a big no-no when it comes to Call of Duty. Oh, wow. Okay. That's a big no-no on their part because it turns people off from playing the game on a particular console. And you just don't see something like that with Fortnite. I mean, console players are at a disadvantage because the building system on there kind of sucks. But that's why they went in and had different types of build modes. So your buttons and your controller do different things to try to make it easier. Whether you're combat oriented, or whether you're building oriented, or whether you just want to play the normal standard way that they released. You now have that option. Fortnite took care of you. You don't get that same kind of love when it comes to Activision. The last thing I really wanted to talk about was guns and gun design, gun damage, all that type of stuff. So, with Fortnite, you obviously get a lot more. You obviously get a little bit more of a selection. It's all RNG depending if you find it or kill a guy, grab his loot. But there are gun options on that game, so when you do have a gun, you have the option to go off, use it or not. Well, with Call of Duty, there is a slight problem. Most of the guns feel like they do the exact same thing outside of maybe 3. Those 3 are the best in the game. Now, when you have a gun that's the best in the game and everybody can use it, what tends to happen? And I'll give you a second to think about it. Oh, really? You mean everyone's going to use it? Yeah, that's the correct answer. 100 points to you. Now, if everyone uses the same gun, what happens? It gets repetitive. See, now I think we found our common theme right now. It gets repetitive. If everyone uses... That's an... What? Okay. How did you not kill him? You're almost to level 40 and you couldn't kill him? Alright. Now, with it being repetitive, people would obviously play it less. Some people would actually go off and use other guns just to make... Just to make sure that they don't get tired of it. They're definitely going to get tired of dying by the same thing over and over. But they choose to use different things just so they're not overpowered, or if they're better at the game, that they're not even going to have to worry about it. Oh, dude, can I streak real quick? Let me streak. Let me streak real quick. I'm out of grenades. That's not a good... Oh, okay. So, apparently we're spawning over here now. So, with the guns, when there's usually 3 really good ones, right? Everyone uses them repetitive, blah, blah, blah. Now, another problem with guns is that a lot of them are reskins, just with different stats, whether it's damage, rate of fire. They feel like you're using the same guns over and over in every single Call of Duty. Now, again, that adds to that repetitiveness factor that you don't get with quite a few other games. Now, could it be because okay, that's pretty gay. Now, you might not get that with other games. I'm not saying it's not there. I'm not saying it's not present in other games, but Call of Duty is known for doing this. And being a big game, you know, it shouldn't happen. There's plenty of money to go into developing new guns. Now, a lot of this is kind of era specific, right? If you're in World War II, you pray to God that there's not going to be some laser beam gun in the game, right? There was a set amount of guns used in World War II. So obviously, you know, you're not going to have a huge variety. Okay. Oh shit, that's my guy. That makes sense. But when the guns feel like they're the same guns from other games, I mean, you can complain, because that's exactly what happened. The guns don't feel like they're new. All of those main topics need to get addressed if Black Ops 4 is going to try to compete with Fortnite for players at all. Fortnite is blowing other games straight out of the water, whether it's by the amount of players that play, whether it's streams or YouTube recordings. I mean, they beat out Minecraft on YouTube. So there's definitely a large player base that they want to aim for. Now, obviously, Fortnite has a whole bunch of different age ranges, whether it's from being, you know, a kid to being an adult. Call of Duty, now, it might be targeted towards adults, but you already know, a lot of little kids play these games. But something has to happen in order to get that target audience back to playing Call of Duty rather than Fortnite. So those three things definitely need to be addressed. Changes need to happen in order for Black Ops 4 to even remotely compete. My prediction is that none of that's going to happen. They're going to just develop it how they want to develop it, and it'll make it to where Call of Duty would be popular for, I'd say, maybe I'll give them 3 weeks. I'll give them 3 weeks. Oh, wait, they're up here. Okay. Hold up. Yep, okay. So I give them maybe 3 weeks after their release, because everyone's going to be playing it. It's new. It's going to be the new Call of Duty. Of course everyone's going to play it, right? And then it's just going to die off, kind of like World War II did. People are going to find it repetitive. People are going to find it boring. And Call of Duty is going to take way too long to address any of these changes that need to be made in order to keep them thriving come the 2019 gaming year. Like, look at World War II right now. It died. You can argue that it didn't all you want, but you can look at the player base from when we started to when we're at right now. It's dead. Nobody plays this game. YouTubers have stopped. There have been a couple Call of Duty YouTubers that have stayed with it, but believe me, the game right now is dead. Now, they need to go off and make sure Black Ops 4 will not suffer that same fate, because honestly, that's where I see it going. I don't see them making these changes. I see them going like it was, 23-2, dude. That was a great game. Holy shit. Oh yeah, I had them right in their spawn, dude. That was a great game. But Black Ops 4, they need to redesign something in order to keep their player base entertained. Because while you might get a very large amount of sales, if you don't keep the people playing, you're not going to make money. That's basically it. Those are my opinions. If you have 28-2, 23, damn, dude, they got wrecked. But if you have differing opinions, please make sure you leave them in the comments section. I would love to hear what you think. This is Vapes to Gaming. I will see you next time.